young.
Should I go and get Father? He's had nothing to eat since he came home.
Let me. You take Mother her tea.
Well, Jane. Elizabeth, Mary, Kitty.
You look so tired, Father. Must have been a dreadful time for you.
Say nothing of that. Who should suffer but myself? It has been my own doing, and I ought to feel it.
Oh, Papa. You must not be so severe upon yourself.
No, Lizzie, let me for once in my life feel how much I have been to blame. I'm not afraid of being overpowered by the impression. It'll pass away soon enough.
Do you still suppose them to be in London, sir?
Yes. Where else can they be so well concealed?
And Lydia always wanted to go to London.
She is happy then, and her residence there will probably be of some duration. Lizzie, I bear you no ill will for being justified in your advice to me in May, which, considering the event, shows some greatness of mind, I think.
I must take Mamma her tea.
She still keeps her state above stairs, does she? Good. Then such an elegance to our misfortune. Another time I'll do the same. I'll sit in my library in my nightcap and powdering gown, and I'll give as much trouble as I can. Or perhaps I may defer it till Kitty runs away.
I'm not going to run away, Papa. If I should go to Brighton, I would behave better than Lydia.
You go to Brighton? I wouldn't trust you as near it as Eastbourne. Not for £50. No, Kitty. I have at last learnt to be cautious, and you will feel the effects of it. No officer is ever to enter my house again, or even to pass through the village. Balls will be absolutely prohibited unless you stand up with one of your sisters. And you are never to stir out of doors until you can prove you've spent 10 minutes of every day in a rational manner. Well, don't make yourself unhappy, my dear. If you're a good girl for the next 10 years, I'll take you to a review at the end of them.
Shall we not go out tonight? Can we not go to the theatre? Lord, what in the world is he doing here?
What?
What a joke!
Who is it?
You will never guess.
Who is it?
Mr. Darcy.
Bennet asking for one of us?
Oh, no, Mum. I beg your pardon, but did you know an express come for Master from Mr. Garden?
When did it come, Hill?
Oh, about half an hour ago, Mum.
Lizzie.
Oh, what news? What news have you heard from my uncle?
Yes, I've had a letter from him.
What news does it bring, good or bad?
What is there of good to be expected? Perhaps you'd like to read it yourself. Read it aloud, Lizzie. I hardly know what to make of it myself.
My dear brother, at last I'm able to send tidings of my niece and Mr. Wickham. I've seen them both. It is as I always hoped. They are married. They are not married. Nor can I find there was any intention of being so. But if you are willing to perform the engagements I have ventured to make on your side, I hope it will not be long before they are. What engagements?
Read on.
All that is required of you is to assure your daughter her equal share of £5,000 she will inherit on your death, and also allow her during your life £100 per annum. So little. What about Wickham's debts?
Read on.
You will easily comprehend Mr. Wickham's circumstances are not so hopeless as they're generally believed to be.
There!
Read on, Lizzie.
I'm happy to say there will be some little money, even when all his debts are discharged, to settle on my niece. I cannot believe it.
Read on.
We've judged it best that my niece should be married from this house, of which I hope you will approve.
Oh, poor Kitty will be disappointed not to be a bridesmaid.
Send back your answer as soon as you can, and be sure to write explicitly as to the financial settlement, yours, etc. How can it be possible he will marry her for so little?
He must not be undeserving as we thought. He must truly be in love with her, I think.
You think that, Jane. If it gives you comfort.
Have you answered the letter?
No, but I must. And soon.
And they must marry. Yet he is such a man.
Yes, they must marry. There's nothing else to be done. But there are two things I want very much to know. One is how much money your uncle laid down to bring this about. And the other, how am I ever to repay him?
I wish I'd never spoken a word of this whole affair to Mr. Darcy.
Dear Lizzie, please do not distress yourself. I'm sure Mr. Darcy will respect your confidence.
I'm sure he will. That is not what distresses me.
What then?
I don't know. How he must be congratulating himself on his escape. How he must despise me now.
But Lizzie, you never sought his love, nor welcomed it when he offered it. If he has withdrawn his high opinion of you now, why should you care?
I don't know. I can't explain it. I know I shall probably never see him again. I cannot bear to think that he is alive in the world and thinking ill of me.